That's also the probability of finishing in the money. Okay? Yeah, they give weird names. What the hell is a charm? Let's find out what charm is. There. Oh, charm is delta decay. What happens to the delta of the option once we get to it? That is actually something of interest. Okay? Delta also kind of determines the implicit leverage on a given option. So you kind of want to know that. So, it's called lambda. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. It's delta times, I think here, V is the value of the option. Yeah. S is the value of the underlying price. Let me give an example. The market is not open right now, but you're off to closes. There are a lot of options in my Roth IRA. For example, I sold this put on Stock AI on expiration dates March 1st. They have it, if you believe in a stock especially, they have an earnings announcement about a few days before that. Typically, the options on slightly after the earnings announcement, they have very high implied volatility. I mean, people paid me, $3.05. I like this stock. I have no problem buying $21. But somebody paid me $3. So if by March 1st, it ends up being below 29, they're gonna sell me those 100 shares at $29. But my effective cost is $25.95. Ever do something like this on a stock, you don't do it. And I don't think it's gonna go up too much in the short term. But if it comes down below 29, I would like to have it. So let's look at the delta on this. It's 45.81. For example, delta on an AI 29 puts, expiration fee on 24. On any option, you have strike price and the maturity of the expiration that uniquely defines an option. The delta is 45.81. There are two equivalent ways you can think of delta. If the underlying price change, or let me put it this way. Let's say currently price is $28.77, so it's a little bit in the money. We'll come to what those means. If I do the graph of the value of my position against, or value of the put option against the stock price, it's going to be actually a downward sloping one because as the underlying price goes up, value for put goes down. Remember, gives you the right to sell at $30, $29. If the stock is trading at 35, that right is not worth too much. Why would anybody want to sell it? But if it's trading at 29 and a half, it's a lot more likely. So it's hard. It gives me a positive delta because my position is short. So if I did a graph of the put option price, do something like that. Okay? And if this is 28.77, delta gives me the slope of that line, the tangent. But it's better to think about if the underlying price goes up by $1, approximately by how many cents the value of the option will go up. And the answer is 45 cents. I'm going to actually think of it as, remember, option contracts are based on 100 shares. Delta basically means the following. Change in the price of the option or the position in general. Change in value of one contract, 100 shares, and underlying changes by 1 cent. It's kind of a little bit easier to think about it. Because if you want to think about slopes, that's just a mathematical abstract concept. This basically says if the price goes from 28.77 to 27, value of this put option is going to decline by about 45 cents. Put option contract. I mean, they paid me $305, right? And currently in the market, it's worth. So if the price goes by 1 cent, instead of 3.18, it's going to be trading at 3.1745. Now, over $3, these things trade at increments of 5 cents anyway. So this kind of approximation is good. If you kind of wanted to estimate how much it would go up by a larger quantity, so if AI goes up by 10 cents, then price should value put option would go down by 10 times delta cost, which is 10 times 0.4521. So that would be about 452. I go from 28.77 to 28.87. Value of this contract is going to go from 3.18 to 3.13.50 or so, right? Now I kind of have a list of what to expect. For larger price movements, delta doesn't give you a precise figure, but you can kind of approximately see. The trouble with delta, I guess we'll do mostly kind of thinking, we won't do computation today, is that it is not constant. Think of it this way. Think of a put option. The strike is 29, but stock is trading at 19. More than likely, the value of that put option is going to be extremely close to $10. That is the so-called intrinsic value. It's the value of the option if you were to exercise it at that point, how much money you would make. If stock is trading at 19, if you exercise your option, you can sell 100 shares at 29 if you have the right to do so. But you could buy that back from the market at 19. So you're going to make $10 a share. It won't be exactly 10, but it's going to be very close to 10. But if stock goes to $18, that value cannot exceed $10. So cannot go below $10, but it's going to change very little. So for a put option at very low value, delta is almost one. Is almost zero. I'm sorry, because it doesn't. No, it's almost one. I'm sorry. Because if it goes down to 18, intrinsic value is going to be 11. So things change. Or if the price is $40, the chances of that option ever being in the money is very close to zero. So at $40, delta is going to be very close to zero. But if you went to 41, delta is going to be even lower, but not by much. Okay? So delta is not constant. So you have what we call